Hey, what's up everyone? I hope you're all having a wonderful day or night, but for now, let's get into the video.
Get a real job. Get a job that pays you an hourly wage where you don't have to live off tips. It's not my job to pay your salary. I promise you, if that happens, this is what every dining experience at a restaurant is going to look for you from now on. I have some questions. Let me know when you figure out what you want to eat.
No, it's not. Maybe in the US, perhaps, but outside of the US, not at all. So I live in Paris, I live in France, and here in France, waiters are paid a normal salary. It's not crazy, they're not millionaires, but they're paid a decent wage, enough to live off of. And tips are welcome, but they're not expected, they're not required, and even if you do tip, it's like a couple of euros. It's nothing like what it is in the US.
I don't know how it's like in the US, but I do know that's not gonna happen there either. There's no way for you to know from the beginning if you're gonna get tips or not. If you do want them, you're not gonna act like that. She's just mad her attitude is not bringing in any tips and she doesn't understand why.
I made a video talking about how me personally, would not move in with a man if I was going to have to split the rent bill down the middle. And it went so fucking viral. And I just want to address angry men that are like, septum ring theory, you're a lesbian, you probably drive a Subaru Outback, and you have daddy problems. It's like, really not that serious. And let me tell you guys something. Shock, horror, surprise. When my mother married my dad, he said, I know I love you because I want to take care of you. And they've been married and they are so happy and they are, yes, each other's best friends. And obviously they have a joint bank account, but my dad has always provided for that woman. My dad has built that woman a house with his bare hands. So if you think that you're gonna get me.
Get you? Why in the world would I do that to myself? Yes, they did have a joint account, but what? And it's fine, you don't want to pay for anything while you're in a relationship, that's great. Pay 100% of your bills instead of 50% because that makes a lot of sense. But going back to your mom and dad and what they have, how do you feel knowing you're never gonna have that?
Yesterday, I learned the importance of a follow or an unfollow. Yesterday, someone came up to me at a party and they got really mad that I had unfollowed them. And I'm like, if it wasn't for mutual friends or parties that I occasionally see you at once a month, I would never interact with you. So what does it matter? Like, I unfollow people all the time. Like, the other day I unfollowed someone because, they were having kids and starting a family, and I haven't spoken to them in like 5 years. I'm like, well, I didn't go to your baby shower this far. Like, I don't, like, do we need to interact? Do I need to see little baby Jason taking his first steps? Probably not. Like, we just don't align. Let's normalize unfollowing people who just don't align with us anymore. It's normal.
No, it's not. It's what you do or what you want, and let's not normalize every dumb idea.
I recently re-downloaded Hinge for the first time in about a year. We know the story. I had a good year. Everything feels to be in order. We're deciding to invite dating in little by little. Someone sent me a like, and on his profile it said that he had a weird attraction for girls that are a little ugly.
Well, that's either a big boost in ego or at least a year in therapy. Not really sure which one.
I refuse to split the bill on dates because I'm actually splitting the bill before I even get to the date.
I think we all know where this is going.
I book a cycle bar class, and then I get my eyebrows done. I see Kaylin at Bespoke Brows because I am not bringing a unibrow to happy hour. My eyebrows are probably the most complimented feature.
He probably doesn't care about either one of those things, and a spin class once in a while doesn't really make a difference. You could do your eyebrows yourself and save some money.
I don't think my date cares about what my hands look
No.
like. I feel the need to get a manicure before showing up. But this Japanese gel manicure was $75 whole.
So you know he doesn't care about it, but you still expect him to pay for it. Got it.
It's done earlier in the week. It still takes a whole entire day to prepare for a date. Like planning my outfit, planning my hair wash schedule, being mindful about what I eat before the date. I love garlic knots. I'm not having garlic knots to pregame. There are so many different factors that go into me preparing for a date. Like me even checking for my gray hairs. Like simply showering, doing my hair and makeup, and picking out an outfit could be 2 hours.
You could literally do like half those things, and he probably wouldn't mind as long as you don't smell like garbage. Like, come on.
picking out an outfit could be 2 hours. Meanwhile, the guy hasn't had a haircut in weeks and shows up in the outfit he wore to the office. And then a guy is going to ask you to split the bill on a date when he won't even split the conversation. It's always one-sided conversations.
Who are you going on dates with? And if that's really every single guy, then why are you bothering putting in the effort in your appearance? Because if he's not doing it, then he's not going to care if you do it. But I have a feeling he probably does go out of his way to look nice for you and dress up, but you're just not giving him any credit. Because again, you don't want to pay the bill.
But if I'm completely honest, this is new even to me. I need to pay for the bill because you take spinning classes before the date. I mean, that's a good thing, even though you should exercise maybe daily, maybe at least 2 times a week. But sure, just before the date works. I mean, we can see the results. You're really not going on too many days, are you? I think all of you guys should work out a schedule and take one for the team. And each one of you should take the nice lady out on a date daily. Not because she needs the exercise, because as we can all see, she looks really fit. But, you know, it's good for you.
It's always good men are hard to find and never, wait, I'm hard to find too. I'm 1 in a million too. I'm rare too. I think sometimes we overuse the narrative that good men are hard to find and we forget that good women are hard to find too. And so if you're a high value woman, it might take a little longer to find a high value man, but that's because you're rare. He's rare, you're both rare. And it's a good thing.
It's never your hard to find too, because whoever wanted to find you before did, and now no one's looking for you. And that makes you the opposite of a high value woman, by the way.
Watch how crazy perspective is. So, I'm 30 years old. I'm single. I live at home. I just spent the last year running around trying to figure out stuff, and I'm back at home. My job is hard. All my friends are getting married and engaged, and I'm not. Life just every day feels the same somehow, sometimes. And sometimes I'm like, what the heck am I doing? Or I am 30 years old, you guys, and I live at home.
Someone better hurry up and get this lady, because she lives at home.
Oh, men are just innately smarter than women. Okay. So that's why they're having to nerf women's scores on exams so they don't outperform the men. And women are performing better in education and graduating at a higher rate than men are. Oh, but men are the providers. And they work harder than women. So that's probably why women are also outperforming men in the workforce as well. Oh, and men are the head of the family. They're the head of the family, which is why they probably don't know anything about their spouse or children, and the majority don't even show up to fight for custody of their children that they are the head of. That makes sense. And before I get a bunch of angry men in my comments going, well, not all men are stupid. You're saying all men are stupid. I don't think that you're stupid, but I think if you have spent generations on generations nerfing everybody else so that you can look like you're outperforming while not actually having to put in the effort to outperform because you're just making sure nobody else can do anything while telling yourselves that you are just innately better than everyone, that kind of results in laziness and a kind of entitlement. And maybe instead of trying to make it harder on everybody else in order to feel good about your bad performance, you could just work harder. But I don't know, that's crazy.
Yeah, I agree. Everything you've said is crazy. Well, more dumb than crazy, but sure. You're not outperforming anything. Yes, women make 65% of college graduates, but not because you're outperforming men, it's because men choose not to go to college anymore. And the majority of you are graduating from gender studies, so that's gonna get you the glamorous career of a waitress. As for the test being nerfed, yeah, it's quite the opposite of what you've said. You wanted to feel more inclusive into men's dominated fields, and they almost removed all tests so you can get in.
Guess who just downloaded Hinge for the 50th time this year?
Oh, I don't know, a desperate woman? Oh wait, that was you? Well, it does make sense. Alright, this is gonna be it for today. As always, I do hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, I still appreciate you for making it this far. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe, and I will see you in the next one.